agents who understand agency should be able to leverage it to make money. You see, your clients want to know, are you being loyal to me? Are you on my side? Are you advocating for me? They want to know if there's a conflict of interest. They want to be empowered. People don't like being told what to do. People like to be empowered and get choices. Here's a choice. Do you mind if I represent not only the seller, but also the buyer? See, seller, the advantage to that is what? The advantage is that now I can bring my client that I otherwise wouldn't be able to bring. And now we can close a deal and you could sell it. The disadvantage is, how on earth could I advocate for you, seller, to get the highest price while I'm advocating for you, buyer, to get the lowest price? Both the seller and the buyer need to waive that conflict. The Department of State takes this topic very, very seriously. Not only the Department of State, but the governor of the state of New York, Governor Cuomo, showed us how seriously he takes this topic as well. There's only 9 ways to fill out the form. So what are the 9 ways to fill out the form in this course outline? We're going to show you how to be a seller's agent. I'll tell you what that means. I'm going to show you how to be a buyer's agent. I'll tell you what that means. What does it mean to be a broker's agent? When I said the 10th way, there's a broker's agent that's on the seller side of the form, and there's a broker's agent that's on the buyer's side of the form. The one on the seller's side of the form makes sense. The one on the buyer's side of the form, no one's ever filled out as far as I've ever seen, and the Department of State confirmed that it's just not how functional practice goes. Then we're going to talk about dual agent. Then we're going to talk about dual agent with designated sales agent. At that point, it becomes complicated. You go, oh, I don't like complicated. It's complicated to your benefit. In 2011, they changed the form to allow 4 additional ways to go forward. What are the 4 additional ways to go forward? You see, there's this thing called advanced informed consent. What does advanced informed consent mean in plain English? Right now, I represent you. But if you'd like, I could bring additional people if you'd waive a conflict of interest for me. My company could bring a lot of additional people if you'd waive a conflict of interest for them. These haven't materialized yet. In law, what do we say? A present consent to a future variable contingency that has not yet materialized. But to you, we don't need to speak like that. We just got to say, we're transformers! We can change from one thing to the other. So what are the next 4? I could be a seller's agent with advanced informed consent to dual agency, and dual agency with designated sales agent. I alternatively could be a seller's agent with advanced informed consent to dual agency with designated sales agent. On the buyer's side, I could be a buyer's agent with advanced informed consent to dual agency and dual agency with designated sales agent. And the 9th way to fill out the form is buyer's agent with advanced informed consent to dual agency with designated sales agent. Stop. The reason why you hate this is I just sounded like a Martian talking to you. Remember, the second objective of this course was to fluently translate legal agency terms into plain English. If you can do that, these things don't give you a headache. But I gotta ask you, beyond James Bond, who ever introduced themselves to someone and say, hi, I'm a dual agent? Don't talk like that. Humans don't talk like that. We're gonna show you how to talk in plain English.